Hi there. This has been going on for about the last year, but ultimately, what actually made me kind of lose all respect for Amazon is basically then this has always been going on for quite some time. So, their delivery dates have been getting on further and further. So, if it's supposed to be 1 day shipping, it's coming in two. If it's 2 day shipping, it's coming in three. There was a point, this past year, I had one that was a week because they set up the wrong time. I specifically put in the uh, directions don't come at a certain time because I was working. And so they came every day for 3 days, even though that note was still there for 3 days and still tried to come. And so it was the next weekend before I finally got that item shipped. But this last time, so I was supposed to get same day delivery for a pair of slipper boots that I had bought, and it by 3 p.m. I still hadn't have gotten a shipping notification. And so typically Amazon, you always get a shipping well before it actually gets on the truck. So that it's out for delivery. So I didn't get a shipping notification by 3:27 p.m. Um, I can't remember the day. Last whatever I wrote the complaint is basically so. I still hadn't got that. Now Amazon's policy is if they haven't shipped your item yet, that you can cancel your order. So that's my plan. What was my plan was to cancel it since at 3:30 it still hadn't been shipped, and that means it still wouldn't be delivered for that day. So I decided to cancel it. Now the lady, um, sorry, the man I was talking to, he said, okay, like I will cancel that. And I also at that time asked to cancel my Amazon account. So, because I'm done at this point, I've had enough with their late fees. What am I paying for? I can just go to the store and get something. So that's what I was planning to do. Within 1 minute after I got off that phone call, the girl pressed send to shipping, a notification for shipping to send it to click off the shipping, and right away it was shipped. And so that means as soon as they ship it, they take the money. Now I'd asked for it to be canceled, which it should have been canceled because it hadn't been shipped, but it is just strange that 1 minute after, all of a sudden, oh, it was going to be shipped, and instead of the same day shipping, it came the next day. So my original plan, I asked to speak with the manager, who said, "Oh yeah, it's not our fault. It once it's shipped." I said, "Well, it hadn't been shipped. I called to cancel it because it hadn't been shipped." And so he said, "Well, it was still in our system." I said, "That's odd because it just seemed to happen within that minute after I got off the phone, and I asked her to cancel, and she said yes, she would cancel it." So, yeah, they did not, and I am now not a client of theirs anymore as of like this past week that just went on, because yeah, it came on Sunday. It was supposed to come on Saturday. I asked it to be canceled, and it was not canceled, as is their policy. So they were being really shady and basically enough like just to get that last little bit of money out of me, which really kind of ticked me off like super because my plan was to send it back anyway. So I asked to talk to our manager. And so we talked about it, and he said, "Well, nothing I can do now. It's shipped." And I said, "There was something you could have done." But, anyways, so I said, he wrote a note not to send that item on the delivery truck. It was supposed to come right back to them. It did not. It came, I had a delivery notification that it was coming at 5 to 7 p.m., which it did at 6:30 something. And because I wasn't going to be home all day, and thankfully I was home to receive this. So basically, them weaseling money out of me. Um, they didn't adhere to their policy, which was to um, stop delivery. It hadn't even been charged yet. So once it goes to shipping, then it gets charged. Excuse me. So they right away sent it right to shipping, which they clicked it off. Yep. And then it immediately got processed. So just trying to get every last little bit of money out of me. Another thing that's extremely frustrating with Amazon is um, their guaranteed shipping after it ships. It is never right. So even the last time that I ordered this product, it was supposed to be guaranteed shipping for the day, which was that day, after it ships. And it had shipped. They pressed ship in the middle of the day after I called them at 3:30. After I called them at 3:27. And so, yeah, it should have been guaranteed. It's guaranteed as per their policy, guaranteed shipping. It never came till the next day and didn't come till late the next day either. So they're not following through on any of their guarantees. Neither, and they're doing shady practices by basically holding out on the shipping. And then when somebody wants to cancel it, they just automatically send it through. This is actually the second time, but it has never been this close to the time where she like immediately pressed ship. So I know dang well that yeah, they're in charge of that, because there's no reason why a minute, literally as I was getting off the phone, I received two emails. One was to cancel my account, and the other was to ship this all of a sudden, which it had been 3:30, and I shouldn't have got a shipping till the next day, technically. So yeah, they are scamming thieves. Yes, I did. I tried twice to solve this issue. So I called originally at 3:27. That was my first phone call to cancel the shipping, as well as cancel my account. I asked for both of those things at the same time. She said, sure, no problem. It was a female actually the first time. And then within a minute, I got a notification that they had shipped it and that my account had been canceled. So she sent it right to shipping to mark off to take that money from me. And yeah, so that time. And then when I was thinking about it further, I wanted to escalate the call, because it's like, no, like I looking at their policies, and the fact that she had sent it right away to shipping to take the money. Yeah, I was just extremely upset. The supervisor came online, basically said the same thing. But once it's shipped, and I said, but it hadn't have been shipped. And he said, well, it was already in translation. I said, that's not true at all, because literally it was 3:30 in the day. And typically you get a shipping when it gets shipped. It's typically for a same day or like one day thing. It is usually the day of. Obviously not for like something that's coming a week in advance. It's usually said to be shipped whenever they do process it at the plant. But yeah, this hadn't, it just so happened that she had pressed that. So yeah, and extremely upset. And then he said he sent me an email actually saying that he was going to cancel it and say that to bring the item back and not to ship it. They did not. They ended up shipping it, like I said in the last video, that they ended up shipping it, and it didn't come till the next day and late the next day. Even though I told them I wasn't going to be home, they still shipped it. So thankfully I was home at the end of the day, and then I basically accepted it. I was going to extend it back, but by the time I'm done mucking around with everything, I just decided to keep it. So yeah. Then I wrote a whole bunch of reviews on their thing, because they obviously don't have any reviews for Amazon, because, I'm sure it probably would, there would be a lot of complaints, I'm sure, about it, especially this past year, because it's just getting later and later, and their guaranteed shipping is not guaranteed anymore. It says it's guaranteed and they promise it is, but it's not. And they're getting away with it, basically not delivering their products on time or when they're saying they are. After it's shipped, it should be shipped on in the day that it's supposed to be. That's what their policy is, and it's not happening. For the customer service agents to know what their policies actually are and then stand by them. Not even just the regular customer service agents, but also the management there, because clearly the management's not following it either, unless either that or Amazon is telling them to push things out to try to get the sales, because they're having issues with whatever. I know too that they changed delivery services this past year, and it shows big time. So going back to their original drivers would have been helpful. We were actually getting our packages almost always on time when they should have been. Now it's almost always not on time. So this Intelcom, I believe, is who they're using now, instead of their own in-house. It's awful. Like literally every package is almost, I would say, 8 or 9 out of 10 times out of 10 it's coming late. And then we're being lied to about it. We're being taken advantage of, obviously, when they're pressing shipping, and I should have been able to stop that from even going through. So yeah, all those, and treat your customers better. Like, don't be lying. If you don't want, if you change your policies, make sure it's on the online. You can't be just doing that. You're not providing the proper service that you're actually, like, I'm a paying customer. I pay you every month for a fee, like a monthly fee. And so if you're not providing the service that you promise, then you're legitimately yeah, it's not good, right? So I wanted my issue to be solved by stopping the shipping and stopping that order from being processed, which they should have done, but they didn't. So that's what I wanted originally. And then when that couldn't be done, the manager who promised me that he wouldn't send it out and tell the driver that he wouldn't, like, to bring it back, that wasn't done either. And it wasn't also delivered on the day of. So all those things I would have liked solved, but because of I'm at my last straw with Amazon, I ended up canceling. I tried to cancel the shipping too at the same time, cancel the shipping, cancel my membership. So right away, my membership's been terminated. So that's just kind of like, okay, keep that bit of money. That's all you're going to get from me, type thing. Because you didn't do anything that you were supposed to. You didn't listen to me. You didn't follow your protocols on your rules. So yeah, so you lost a customer, a good paying customer too, because I bought a lot of things off Amazon. So it's their loss, not mine. I can go always find somewhere to go and get things. I don't need Amazon for it. So